Okay, so we'll start now. So my name is Amit. I'm having around 12 plus years of experience. So I'm into digital marketing from past 6 years. I have worked with various companies, and due to my passion towards teaching, I moved as a digital marketing trainer. So I am a consultant as well as trainer. So now I want to know your view about digital marketing. Like, what exactly is digital marketing? Is it useful for us or not? And what is the future of digital marketing? So you can just type in the chat box. So now you might have seen there is a lot of trend. Many people are doing digital marketing courses. Most of the people are talking about digital marketing. And due to Corona pandemic, now most of the business has came online. So what is your idea about digital marketing? What exactly it is? See guys, everyone understand there is nothing wrong, there is nothing right. Whatever is your view, whatever you know, you just express it. If there is any points of improvement, then I will help you in that. I will improvise that. So don't feel like if I will say that would be wrong, so I won't say. I want everyone to participate. So digital marketing is nothing but advertising in simple terms. Advertising on the devices which uses internet. So if I remove internet, can you do digital marketing? No. So it is not possible. Advertising on the devices which uses internet, so that is your digital marketing. And yes, most of the companies are moving towards digital marketing. And in this last 3 to 6 months, many companies have started directly online, and many companies have switched from their offline marketing strategies to online marketing strategies. Now, from when this digital marketing started? So digital marketing is not like you might be hearing from past 10 years or 20 years or 15 years. You are hearing from some time. So you are hearing digital marketing from past 1 year, 2 year. So what is your experience about digital marketing? Since how long you are hearing about digital marketing? 1 year, 2 year, 3 year. So see, this trend started from the year around 2011, 2012. So previously people were using internet, but digital marketing was not so famous because internet speed was very slow. We used to use internet of 56.6 kbps, and then the first broadband when it was launched, it was of 120 kbps. So using that, we were doing a lot of stuff. We were downloading the movies, we were doing Yahoo chat. So that time it was very much famous. So slowly what happened is when internet speed was high, people started using more of internet, and internet was accessible easily by people at their home. Previously people were going to internet cave, and when we started getting touch screen mobiles, we also had internet in our pocket. So from 2G it was shifted to 3G, so access of internet was very easy. So around 2011, 2012, there was a major shift from traditional marketing to the digital marketing. So what are the key terms we can analyze? Like how we can identify that there was a major shift during this period. So you might have heard about different kind of addictions. Someone is alcohol addict, someone is drug addict. So there was a new addiction which came in around 2011, 2012. Yeah, can you guys guess it? So it was social media addiction. So what was happening during this period? Facebook was very much famous, and people were addicted to Facebook. People were addicted to this social media platform. As soon as they wake up in the morning, they will take their image, they will upload on Facebook, and they will say, "Good morning, I woke up." Friends will reply, "Oh, great, you did a great job." Next, when they will go for breakfast, they will upload, today I'm having biryani, today I'm having idli dosa, whatever you eat in your breakfast. So they will take the image and they will upload that. They will go for lunch, dinner. So whatever they do, they are going to click an image and they will upload on social media. And it was not till that thing. They will also wait for the people to like and comment on their post. And they will put like, if I am not getting 100 likes on my photo till afternoon, I won't have my lunch. So this kind of things people were doing. So they were so much addicted with social media. Now, if so much of traffic was there on social media, and if advertisers come into that particular platform, so you can see how much benefit the advertisers can make. So that is the reason digital marketing became more popular. Why? Because the social media traffic has increased many folds. Next important thing what happened in this age was your messenger apps. So previously we were using our mobile phones for doing calling, for doing SMS and all. But since the time messenger apps came, it was very easy for the people to communicate with others. They can just send a hi message, hello message. If I talk about SMS, they have to type around 160 characters, and that was a chargeable SMS. They have to pay 1 rupee or 2 rupees. So they type the SMS properly. But in case of messenger apps, you send hi, you send hello, you don't have to pay any additional cost. It is taken from your internet balance. And using messenger app, now you can chat, you can do a video call, you can do a normal call. So a lot of facilities has been introduced into your messenger apps. So nowadays most of the people are using messenger apps for most of their calling or messaging things. Next came your e-commerce. Yes, so you guys told about e-commerce. So next came your e-commerce. So what exactly is the e-commerce? So can you give some examples of e-commerce? Okay, PayPal, Amazon. Yeah, some more names. Uh, yes, website where we can do online shopping. Redbus. Yes, good. So I was expecting something different because most of the time people just say Amazon, Flipkart, Shopcluse and all. Bitcoin. Okay, nice. So e-commerce is nothing but it is a platform where online transaction happens. When a transaction happens on a website, that is an e-commerce website. It is not like Amazon, Flipkart are the only e-commerce website. Yes, Redbus is also a e-commerce website. Bitcoin is also a e-commerce platform when you are doing any transaction, any monetary transaction. So e-commerce was very famous after 2011 2012. Yeah, career era also. Yeah. So now around 2011 2012, now this I'm talking about India. So around this year it was very much famous. People started using e-commerce like crazy. But before 2011 2012, did we had any e-commerce platform? If I talk about India, then did we had any e-commerce platform before 2011 2012? Any idea? Okay. So before 2011, we had many e-commerce websites. We had eBay, we had Home Shop 18, We have Bag It Today. So there were many e-commerce websites before 2011 also. But why people were not shopping on e-commerce platforms? Why it became so famous after 2011 2012? We understand about social media, messenger, they are free, but e-commerce they have to do some transactions and all. So why it became so famous around 2011 2012, not before that? We already had the websites. Any idea? No trust, touch and feel. Okay. People not having internet. No, around 2011 internet was accessible by most of the people and they were carrying internet in their pocket. Internet was there around 2011-12. We already got broadband. So broadband started in around 2003 2004. So we used the first broadband of Airtel 128 kbps. 2003 2004. I'm talking about 2011 now. So yes, the biggest factor was the trust. Okay. Okay. Yes, these websites were not very much known, and the people who were knowing they were also not purchasing. Why? Because the trust factor. Whenever you purchase anything online in those periods on e-commerce platform, it was a prepaid order. You cannot do a postpaid order on e-commerce previously. So prepaid order means you have to transact and after that you are going to get the product. So say you have done a transaction on a website and you didn't receive the product for 1 month. Then what will happen? You won't eat for 2 days, you won't sleep for 3 days. You lost so much of money. Nowadays we lose 100 or 200 rupees, it is fine for us. But at that time, if we lose 100, 200 rupees also, that was a kind of nightmare to us. So there was no trust on e-commerce platform. So that was the biggest reason people were not using the online platforms. Then Flipkart came up with COD. So that is cash on delivery. So when Flipkart came with COD, then the trust factor was built. So I will place any order, Flipkart is going to deliver, and I see my product, I am confirmed, yes, I got my product, now I am going to give you the money. So a trust factor was built because of the COD, and nowadays people are trusting e-commerce platform that they store their card details also on e-commerce platform. Next big thing what happened around this year was your mobile phone. So which mobile? Normal mobile or smartphones? So it was your smartphones. So if I say, is phones are only smart or you guys are also smart? Or else who is more smarter? Smartphones or we the people, we the users? Who is more smart? Phones or the users? Both. Okay. We the users. Okay. Users. Okay. Yes, users are Nandagwar sellers. Nice. So yes, users are smarter than smartphones, but nowadays users are so much dependent on smartphones that we are losing the smartness. The phones and their designers. Oh, great. So if I say you calculate 10 plus 18 plus 20 plus 15. So this is a simple calculation which can be done by anyone. But they are so much dependent on smartphones They will take out their smartphone, they will use a calculator, and they will do the calculation. So we are very much dependent on smartphones now for everything. If we want to search for any information, what we do is we Google it, and once we get the information, we just forget it. We don't tend to remember the information. Why? Because we know we have 24 by 7 internet access, we have Google, anytime we can access that information. So that is the reason we don't tend to remember more and more now. We are just dependent on different websites. So smartphones, yes, what happened with the smartphones is the accessibility of internet on mobile phones is very good. If I talk about keypad phones, if you want to type C, so was it easy? If you want to type C, you have to press the same key three times, A, B, and C. So if I give you a keypad mobile phone and I say you have to access internet for 4 hours, can you? Can you access 4 hours of internet using your keypad mobile phones? Is it easy? It is not. But if I tell you the same thing using your smartphones, so yes, it is very easy to access internet using your smartphones. And now people are having internet in their pocket using this smartphones. We are getting big screens also, so it is very much accessible, very much readable. So because of all these things, the digital marketing platform started booming. If you want to order food, what will you do? Yeah, you want to order food, what you are going to do? Yeah, Swiggy, Zomato. In India we have Swiggy, Zomato. International countries also we have different kind of delivery services. If you want to book tickets, what will you do? Yeah, for booking tickets, for booking say flight tickets. Okay, travel websites, roll kings, look up the site menu, then add to cart and order. Okay, if you want to do recharge mobile, yeah, not your recharge, so you will have Red Bull to recharge yourself. Okay, mobile recharge. Yeah, pick up phone, access the relevant website, wallets, search on Google for cheap tickets, cab booking, hotel booking, movie tickets. Whatever I say you are having a website, you are having a app for that. For everything there is a app. So people are so much dependent on different apps. Yeah, Google Pay, Paytm, Phone Pay for recharge, yes. So people are so much dependent on apps because it has made their life very easy. So the traffic on internet is very high, because of which there was a shift from a regular the traditional marketing method to your digital marketing. Okay, so I hope everyone is clear till now. Why? Why digital marketing? See, if we don't have traffic for anything, then what will happen is if I do something also, it is not going to help me. So if I talk about traditional marketing, so traditional marketing is nothing but your newspaper advertisement, television advertisement, print media, and all. So what is the main purpose of newspaper? Newspaper is mainly for news. It is not for advertisement. But why people started advertising on newspaper? Yeah, question to you guys. Because of the volume, mass people, because we had reaching to customers reach, customers look into it. Okay, so saying newspaper is distributed in India. Okay, say there is a Times of India. If I take an example of Times of India, all over India, 1 lakh people are subscribed to newspaper. And if I talk about television, in India, around 5 crore people are watching television regularly. Now, the advertiser will advertise on newspaper or television. They will advertise on the television, not on newspaper. Why? Because of the customer base. So we have to always remember, where there is a customer base or where there is more traffic, where there is more usage of a particular medium, then only advertisers are going to come in to advertise to get the maximum benefit. So newspaper is only for news, but why different companies started advertising is there were a lot of people who started reading the newspaper. Yeah, just a minute. Okay, now coming to your traditional, so let's understand some difference between your traditional marketing and your digital marketing. So if I say digital marketing, so what are the different methods for digital marketing? Yeah, can anyone tell me what are the different methods used in digital marketing? Apps, social media ads. Google. Okay, okay, I will explain, Ranjit. Okay, good. So many of you know. Now, if I talk about here digital marketing and traditional marketing. So for traditional marketing, it is not like we can just start with the advertisement anywhere. There are various mediums like newspaper, television, radio, pamphlets, or else flyers, hoardings, word of mouth. So these are the different methods using which I can do traditional marketing. Now coming to digital marketing, there are different methods for digital marketing as well. It is not like I can, if I say digital marketing and I just do something. So in digital marketing, we have various methods or various forms. So the first thing is your SEO. So SEO is nothing but search engine optimization. Then we have SEM, so that is search engine marketing. Then we have SMO, social media optimization. We have social media marketing. We have email marketing, and so on. Okay, so these are the different methods. So either we can choose search engine like Google, Bing, DuckDuckGo, anything. We can choose any search engines and we can optimize our website to rank it on the top, or else I can use search engines to do the advertisements. So we'll understand everything in depth, so don't worry now about what exactly this all things are there. Social media, nothing but your Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn and all, so we advertise on that, or else we gain organic traffic without investing any money. Word of mouth is just advertising by yourself, so you speak to others. So I say I met 10 to 15 of my friends, and I am into say I am a LIC agent, so insurance agent. So what I will do is, in that meeting I will just explain the benefit of taking an insurance, and if anyone is interested, now they get converted and I get a sales. So why we do traditional marketing, why we do digital marketing? The ultimate goal is to get a lead or to get a sales. So in digital platform it is also about getting the traffic to your website. Yeah, references or else sales, anything. So why digital marketing? Digital marketing has lot of advantages, because of which people are moving towards digital marketing. So the first thing is, you can analyze the data. If I talk about traditional marketing, I am doing newspaper advertisement, I am doing television advertisement, radio flyers, hoarding, word of mouth, everything I'm doing. But what happens is, I cannot analyze the data that how many conversions I got after doing newspaper advertisement, how many conversions I got after television advertisement. So in this case, what happens is, at the end of the month, I am unable to understand which is giving me good conversion and which of the advertisement method is not giving me any conversion. So at the end of the month, I cannot decide which type of advertisement to keep on going and which kind to stop. So every month I have to invest on everything because I don't have any data. But in here, in digital marketing, say I am doing advertisement on Facebook, I am doing advertisement on Google, I am doing advertisement on Twitter. So I have each and every data, how many people came to my website from Facebook advertisement, how many people came from Google, how many came from Twitter. So once we analyzed the data, we found that Twitter marketing is not working out well. And I am spending around $500 in advertisement on Twitter. Results are not good. From Facebook and Google, the result is good. So what I will do is, from next month, I will remove Twitter from my advertisement list. I can save this $500, or else if I am having the budget, what I will do is I will invest this $500 into my Facebook advertisement or else the Google advertisement. So that is the biggest advantage with your digital marketing. Once you analyze the data, you can create a new strategy if the things are not working out well, or else you can also save a lot of money by analyzing which thing is not working after optimizing it regularly also, because the kind of traffic what you are looking for, it might not be on this particular platform. Now if I talk about the kind of traffic on Twitter, so that is a different kind of traffic. Facebook, it is a different kind of traffic. LinkedIn, it is having different kind of traffic. Everything is a social media platform, but the kind of traffic is different. So according to your niche, you need to decide which platform is going to give me the good results. So if I talk about the cost is very less compared to your traditional market. To advertise on newspaper, it will take lakhs of rupees. In television also it will charge you high. Radio also it will charge you high. Flyers you can get in 5,000, 10,000. You can just distribute. Hoardings it will take around 4 to 5 lakhs again. Word of mouth it will take nothing. It is free of cost, but a lot of efforts required in this. So in here the cost is very high. In here the cost is very less. So can you do a television advertisement in 1,000 rupees? Yeah, is it possible for you to advertise on television in 1,000 rupees? If you just go to a television and say I'm only having 1,000 rupees, can you advertise? Then you know what all things you are going to listen from that person. But if I talk about your digital marketing, you can advertise with as less as 100 rupees. You can also advertise with 40 rupees. You can also advertise with 50 rupees. So that is the minimum budget with which you can do advertisement on digital platform. But that is not possible with your traditional marketing. Next is time. So time taken is very less to reach more audience. Yes, yes. Coming to that. Yes. So time taken is very less to reach more audience. In here, if you advertise for a month on newspaper, you might get say 50 leads or 100 leads. But in here, you can generate 50 to 100 leads within a week, within 2 to 3 days as well. And that too, you don't have to invest so much of money what you invested in newspaper. Within very less money you can gain the leads or sales at a minimum cost. Next is reach is high. If I'm doing digital marketing, the reach is very high compared to traditional marketing, because most of the people are on social media day and night. If Facebook is down for 1 minute also, it will lose crores of its revenue. So much active is Facebook. So reach is very high as people are most of the times they are online. So as soon as they get any emails, now email is also a form of digital marketing. So when they get email, they are going to check the emails. If they are online, when they scroll through their Facebook wall, they are going to see different advertisements. So after seeing the advertisement, if it is relevant, they are going to click. And there are new technology which is being used in digital marketing so that people see relevant advertisement only. Because if irrelevant advertisement is shown to someone, they are not going to click, they are not going to transact. So that thing is known as remarketing or retargeting. So we'll learn that as well. So cost is less, that is good. Time taken is less to reach more audience, that is also good. Reach is high, I can reach more number of people compared to traditional marketing. I can analyze the data. Next is your right targeted audience. So now, what is right targeted audience and what exactly is the advantage of that? So do you guys know about Fair and Lovely? So this particular cream is specially designed for women's, but men's also wants to look beautiful and handsome. But previously they didn't had anything for a fairer skin for men's. So what they did is they were also using Fair and Lovely. So men's and women's both were using Fair and Lovely. Suddenly one day Shah Rukh Khan came in and he advertised for Fair and Handsome. So now men's are using which cream? Fair and Lovely or Fair and Handsome? Fair and Handsome. Yes. So nowadays men's are using this cream and ladies are using that particular cream. So say there is a advertisement of Fair and Lovely. There is a hoarding of Fair and Lovely. You are passing by this hoarding. So this particular hoarding, so this is some other. I'm just taking the example of Fair and Lovely. So if there is a hoarding of Fair and Lovely, will it be seen by only women's or men's will also see that? So say there is a hoarding in your area. So this hoarding will be seen by only men's or women's also. So it will be seen by both. But who are the main people who are going to purchase Fair and Lovely? Men's or women's? Women's are going to purchase because this particular cream is designed for women's. So now men's are also seeing. So can I do one thing? At the end of this hoarding, I can write note: men's do not see this. It's only for women's. Can I do this? On this hoarding, I can put a note: men's do not see this. It's only for women's. We cannot do this. This is not possible. So whoever wants, they are going to see. So what is happening is I am unable to target the right audience in this. So this is possible with your digital marketing. So with digital marketing, what we can do is if I want to sell Fair and Lovely, I can only target emails. If I want to sell Fair and Handsome, I will target only males. So that is one of the biggest advantage of digital marketing. So in this way, what will happen is I will save lot of cost because I am targeting the right audience and I am going to get good amount of sales because it is not being targeted to someone who doesn't use this product or who doesn't know about this particular product. So if you might have observed, if I talk about beard oil. So did any of the girls saw the ad of beard oil? If you were searching for beard oil, then yes, you will be seeing that particular ad. But if you were not searching for that, women are not going to see this particular ad. Why? Because it is not for them. So beard oil is mainly targeted for males. So males will be seeing the advertisement of beard oil. Now next biggest advantage is your engagement. So what is engagement? Don't say so before marriage we have engagement. So that is different engagement. Yes. So like, comment, share. So this is what this is a engagement factor. So if you are posting something on social media, so people are engaging with that, people are liking, people are commenting, people are sharing, so that is having a advantage. So if I take the example of this particular hoardings, so iPhone, anyone using iPhone? Okay, so you are using iPhone. So if anyone is asking you for a recommendation about a phone, so will you recommend iPhone or you will recommend some Android phone? Not sure. So say Ranjit is using iPhone and he is very much fond of iPhone. If anyone is asking him that I am looking to purchase a phone, so say Ranjit will definitely recommend iPhone. So now if I talk about engagement factor, if engagement is high on any of the advertisement, then what happens? Again, you get more sales, you get more leads. So if I talk about your traditional platform where a hoarding is there, and here iPhone advertisement is there. So okay, so say Ranjit is passing by this car, he has booked a cab, he saw ad hoarding of iPhone. Then after seeing this hoarding, will he ask his cab driver stop at this place, and he will start calling others in this place, hey, you see iPhone, nice advertisement, you should buy iPhone only, you should not purchase any other phone. Will he do this? Will anyone do this? You just stop by a hoarding and you start calling others, hey uncle, hey auntie, you should buy iPhone only, that is a very good phone. No one is going to do that. So what happens is advertisement, it is just one way communication, it is telling you about that, but no one is going to engage with that. If engagement is high, it is going to give you more conversion. What happens in case of social media post? If iPhone is posting that we are launching iPhone 12, iPhone 11, anything, people start liking that, people start commenting on that, people start sharing the things. So, say someone came across that particular post and he commented, iPhone looks nice. I am an Android user. Can you tell more features about this particular phone? So, now this is a new user. He has just put a comment. So, someone is going to reply to him. iPhone is having this all features, it's better than Android and all. So after reading that, this person can also get convinced to buy an iPhone. So that is the advantage of engagement. Someone sees there is around 50,000 likes and around 8,000 comments on a post of iPhone 12. Then they will feel, oh, so many likes, so many comments. So something good is about this particular phone. So now what they will do is they will also try to engage and they will see what are the different comments in there. So with that, what will happen is, yes, again, there is more chances of conversions. So say someone is advertising, someone is doing hoardings. So in India, at different cities, we have area where a lot of IT companies are there. So if I talk about Hyderabad, we have high tech city where a lot of IT companies are there. So normally IT companies operate from Monday to Friday. Saturday, Sunday is holiday. So this, if say in high tech city, this particular holding is there. So will it get more engagements, more views on Monday to Friday, or it will get more views on Saturday, Sunday? Weekdays or weekends? Yeah, Bangalore also we have. Okay, high tech city. Okay. I don't know the exact name. Okay, so weekdays, yes. So on weekdays the holdings are going to have more views compared to the weekends. So can I say this holding guy, the advertisement company, put my holding from Monday to Friday, remove it on Friday night, again put it on Monday? Is it possible? It is not possible. Okay. So the next advantage we have is pause and resume option. So whenever you want to run your advertisement, you can run. You want to run for 1 hour, you can run. You can run for 4 days. You want to run for 5 days. You want to run on weekend, weekdays. You want to run for 1 hour. You want to give a lunch break to your advertisement, breakfast break to your advertisement. Whatever you want, you can do at what particular time you want. You can. So that is again a very good advantage of using digital marketing. So these are the different advantages because of which most of the companies are shifting towards digital marketing, and because of digital marketing only there are a lot of startups. So everyone knows what is a startup. Yeah, what is a startup? Yeah, new venture. Okay. So see, startup, you are hearing this particular term since your childhood, or you just started listening this particular word from 3 to 4 years or 5 years? See, if I talk about new venture is starting since so many years, but this startups is into circulation from few years. So why startups? Okay, yeah, I will explain, Steve. Don't worry. To check whether. Okay, okay. What else? Yeah, whatever is your idea, just share it. Let's say yes. Yeah, Ranjit. So startup is what? Okay, knowledge based, less investment, technology based. Okay. So startup is okay, like web research, new product based companies. Okay. So startup is any company starting at a very less cost. So less investment. Now say I want to start my own company. So company can be a blog. So you everyone knows what is a blog. So blog is nothing but it is a website where this the owner of the website uploads different content. So he will just write post. So the blog can be related to something Bollywood, it can be related to Hollywood, Tollywood, it can be related to some technology blog where people write different content about new technologies or else mobile reviews. So YouTube is one of the good example. So on YouTube what people do is they create content. So they are the content creators. So on blog also they create content. So in here it is in text form, in here it is in a video form. So if anyone is starting a blog or else anyone is starting a website, what all things they require? They require a domain name and they require a hosting. That's it. So very less investment, they can start their own website, and after that they will bring a lot of traffic on this blogging website. When traffic comes to this particular website, they find the content is interesting, so they keep on coming to this website. they will subscribe to the newsletters, and as soon as a new blog is created, they are going to get a notification. Same like YouTube, you press the bell icon, so you get the notification. So here you can subscribe to newsletters and you get the notification. Don't worry about the terms and all, so we are just discussing the basics now. You will understand in depth each and everything. So now what happens if this blog is getting a lot of traffic, then they can start with AdSense. So AdSense is a platform designed by Google. So if you integrate AdSense on your website, Google will start showing advertisement on your website and you will start making money from Google Ads. So what this entrepreneur does, he or she just starts a website with a minimum investment of domain name and hosting, and then integrates AdSense if the traffic is good, and finally he or she starts making good money. So that is a startup. So at very less investment they are starting. If someone is creating an app, so someone learned how to create an app, they started an app and they launched it in Google Play Store or iStore. Then what happens is, now that is also a startup, but the success rate of the startup is very bad. Almost 60 to 70% of the startups fail every year. Why? Because they don't do proper planning. Hosting, yeah, I will explain all the things, domain hosting and everything. So hosting is a kind of space required to host your website. We'll learn in detail, don't worry in this. What is domain? You are going to create a website as well. So startups, they want to start in less investment. Say they started their company at only 5,000 rupees, and if they want to advertise, they are choosing traditional marketing. Is it possible for them to advertise? Minimum they require around 50,000 rupees per month to advertise. They are starting their company in 5,000. Can they afford to invest 50,000 in advertisement? So it is not possible by them. So what they do is they go with the digital marketing. So with the digital marketing, as you know, you can advertise at a minimum cost of 40, 50 rupees or 100 rupees also. And using digital marketing, you can also gain traffic free of cost. So if you are very good skilled in digital marketing, you can also gain traffic free of cost. You don't have to invest a single rupee. So there are a lot of strategies for that. Okay, so till now everyone is clear. So why digital marketing? What are the advantages of digital marketing and how everything came into existence? Why people are using digital marketing? Any doubts till now? Okay, so we'll take a break of 20 minutes and then we'll resume. So according to IST, it's 6:33. So we'll resume at 6:53. Guys, for any communication, I use my email ID. So this is my email ID for communication with students. So any doubts, any question, you can just email me on this email ID and you get faster response than any mobile WhatsApp and all. So say a company is doing an advertisement online. So company is running a Facebook advertisement. So on their advertisement they have written, say this is for mobile, and the company is my phone. So they are talking about the features about the mobile, and they say to purchase, visit so this is a Facebook advertisement. It is about a phone, and at the end of the advertisement it is written, if anyone wants to purchase you have to visit this store. So is this a good advertisement? Okay, so here it goes. So to purchase, visit this particular store. So is the advertisement correct or it is wrong? So once again, my phone company is advertising about its upcoming mobile, and on the advertisement it is written as, to purchase this particular phone you have to visit Sunil Stores, Mehdipatnam, near Central Mall, Hyderabad, 5,84,000. So is this correct? Why? So what is wrong in this? Okay, yeah. So there is no online purchase option. So you are doing a digital marketing about the product but can't purchase. Yeah. So it is, yeah. So not wrong approach but not efficient. Yes. So what happens in here is, say you are seeing any advertisement, say hoarding. If I take the example of hoarding, you want to purchase a mobile, you saw a hoarding of say Samsung Galaxy S10. So you go to office, near your office there is a hoarding of Samsung Galaxy S10. You see the hoarding, and whenever you see the hoarding you think, yeah, we'll purchase this weekend. So this weekend keeps on postponing. So you think to purchase, but because of your uh, busy schedule you are unable to purchase this. So same thing what happens in here is, if you are advertising online and you don't give a option to purchase online, then the sales won't happen much, because people keep on thinking, okay, we'll go to that mall, we'll go to that shop, now I am busy, it is little far. So a lot of pros and cons are there. But if you are giving a online option to purchase, the sales happen very quickly. Anyone sees the advertisement and they see, yeah, this looks good, it is giving good offer, I want to purchase this, I was looking for this. So instantly they click and they purchase from the website. So the first thing you have to remember is, yeah, so direct link on the ad. So you should have a website. If you are doing a online advertisement, the first and the foremost thing is you should have a website. So what all things are required to create a website? So the first thing is your domain name. Second thing is your hosting. So what exactly is the domain name and what exactly is the hosting? So say I give you a, yeah, Paras, go ahead. So disadvantages of digital marketing. So as of now, there is no disadvantage of digital marketing. So say you got a laptop as a gift. Now this laptop is not having hard disk. Laptop without hard disk. Can you use this? Can you use a laptop without a hard disk? You cannot use it. So domain name is also like that. So domain name is a kind of laptop without hard disk. If I say amazon.com, so amazon.com is nothing but it is the name of the website. So if you purchase the name of the website, you cannot do anything on the website. It is just the name. So same like this. Now what I do is I give you a hard disk installed laptop. So laptop is having a hard disk. So now hosting is nothing but it is a hard disk or it is a space. So it is also known as hosting space. So whatever information is there on amazon.com, the images, text, videos and everything is stored on this particular hosting space. Okay, so now I gave you a hard disk, gave you a laptop with hard disk. Now can you use this? You are having a laptop with hard disk. Can you use it? No, still you cannot use it. You didn't ask me one question. So this hard disk is a blank hard disk. So laptop with hard disk which is blank, again it is not usable. So what you have to do now to make it usable? No, I'm talking about the laptop. No, no, no. Yes, you agree. Operating system. So the first thing is we require a OS. So if OS is not installed, we will not be able to boot the system and we won't be able to access your hard disk properly. Someone knows DOS, yes, they can work on DOS, but most of the people now they should have a OS. So the first thing is you require a OS. So if OS is there, you can access the hard disk space and you can use the laptop. The same way, if you just take a domain and if you just take a hosting space, you cannot do anything in that until and unless you have a OS. So OS is nothing but the way the website is designed. So we are going to work with WordPress. So WordPress is a CMS, that is content management system, and WordPress is free. This is a open source. So anyone can use on their website, and approx to 30% of the websites are using WordPress. Website can be built using HTML, CSS, it can be built using PHP, using Magento, using OpenCart, Joomla, and etc. So there are a lot of kind of OS, or there are a lot of ways to create your website, but WordPress is the simplest form. So if anyone who is not skilled technically, or if someone who is afraid of codings and all, so this WordPress is for them. It is very easy to create a website using WordPress. It is going to give you drag and drop option. You can easily create a website in no time. Now, how to get this domain name, how to get this hosting. Now, domain names can be purchased from different service providers like GoDaddy, Bluehost, HostGator, SiteGround. Yeah, Manisha, I will teach. So everyone is going to create a website. So you will also learn to create a website. Why? Because there are a lot of things, there are a lot of authentication codes. So if you don't know how to authenticate using that particular code, then again, it is not going to fetch you good results. You have to be dependent on the web designers. So when you learn how to create a website using WordPress, now it will be very much easy for you to integrate different authentication codes on your website, and you can do the marketing things very easily. You can manage, you can optimize, the things will be very much easier for you guys. So domain name can be purchased from these all websites, and there are many websites. So in India, mostly people are using GoDaddy. Internationally, people are using HostGator, Bluehost, and SiteGround. Hostinger is okay. Hostinger is very much complicated. The control panel is very much complicated. Will come what exactly is control panel. Big Rock or Black Rock. Yeah, Big Rock is also good. You can use Big Rock as well. But Big Rock is little slow. See, integration part, what happens is when you install WordPress, now it takes a lot of time to be live. So that happens in Big Rock. It is little slower compared to all this. So that is the reason I told these are the top providers. We have lot many. Okay. Now domain name is nothing but name of the website. So name of the website you might have seen, you will get .com, .org, .xyz. There are a lot of things inside your domains. So these are known as extensions. So what are they? So the first thing is your TLD, that is known as top level domain. So TLD is .com, .edu, .org. So these are all your top level domains. So top level domains are like, if you take a .com domain, you can do business all over the world. .edu, this is specific to education. .org related to some organizations and all. So like this, you will be having top level domains. If you want to do something globally, you can go with top level domains. So the first priority for anyone is to go with the top level domain. So in case people are unable to get top level domain, so nowadays the competition is very high, and many people are creating so many websites. Everyone is learning digital marketing. So whoever learns digital marketing, they create their own website. So you might not find the names very easily. So next step, what we do is we go with CCTLD. So this is nothing but country code top level domains. So in country code top level domains, you can have .in, .de, .us, .ca. So these are all country specific. Now, if I talk about Amazon, in India, Amazon is what? Amazon.in. So if you want to do business in a specific country, you can go with country code top level domains. So if you are very much specific that in future you don't want to expand in any other countries, you just want to do business in say Canada, so you directly go and take .ca instead of .com. And if you feel like yes, I want to expand globally in future, so you can choose .com. And if you're not getting, then you can start off with .ca, and later on you can change the name of the company and you can do the redirection. Now next is your GTLD. So this is nothing but it is general top level domain. No, .ca cannot be used internationally. So .ca, see, if you are doing business, your main office is in Canada, then only you can go with .ca. If your main office is in India, you're operating in India, you have to go with .in. You cannot choose a domain like .ca and your head office is in India and you are operating from India. See, whatever domain names we purchase, we cannot change it later, but what we can do is we can create a new domain and we can shift it from there. I will explain that how to do this. So general top level domain is nothing but .xyz. So first priority is people take with top level domains. Then they go with country code top level domains. And if they are unable to find anything in this, they go with general top level domain. Many people prefer to directly go with general top level domain. So .lawyer, .biz, .fit. So you have seen Cult Fitness, the Hrithik Roshan, what he is advertising. So it is cult.fit, yeah, .online, and so many general top level domains are there. So these are the different forms. So whenever you are searching for a domain name, you have to go in this order. Or else if you feel like, yeah, general top level domain looks good for me, I am a lawyer, I want to start with something .lawyer, or else you are starting a digital marketing agency, you can also go with .agency. Now how to choose a domain. So any name you think of and you just search in here .com, .in, whatever. I click on search domain. So now it says mylistingpro.com is taken. So this particular name is already taken. So when you scroll down, they are also going to you to suggest different names. So here are different names what they are suggesting. So mylistingpros.com, mylistingspro.com, .shop, .tech, .in, .xyz, .co, .club. There are a lot of extensions, many. So if you like anything from here, you can go ahead, you can purchase that, or else you can just change the name in here and you have to purchase that particular domain. So you have to keep on searching until you get the desired name, what exactly you are looking for. And once you get that, you can purchase that domain name. So before purchasing a domain name, you have to, if you want to start something, you have to finalize your niche. So niche is nothing but the topic on which you are going to do the business. Say you want to start a digital marketing agency. So you now you have finalized, yes, you have to go in this foreground, so you can choose a name, something related to that. So most of the people what they do is they use keywords in their domain name. So what are keywords? So keywords are nothing but what people search in different search engines. So that are keywords. So if I talk about digital marketing classes, so you might have seen there are a lot of institute which is having keyword in their domain. Digital floors, digital vidya, digital this, digital that, and many companies also have digi. So why they are using this in their domain name? So that this is stands as a keyword and it helps them to rank. Second thing is, your domain name should not exceed 15 characters. Try to limit within 15 characters. It gives an advantage when you want to rank organically. Many people will take very big names above 15 characters. Then sometimes it is difficult to rank when the competition is very high. So two things to remember while finalizing your domain name is, think of a keyword related to the niche and it should be below 15 characters. Okay. Now coming to your question for changing the domain name. So there was a company previously, crossdeal.com. Okay. So crossdeal.com, it was giving us all the deals, coupons and all. Now later on, it merged with Groupon. Groupon, they took over Crossdeal. So now Crossdeal is having a lot of users. Say 5 lakh users are there on this particular website. So suddenly if they are terminating their website, then what happens is, these all users might have received an email that Crossdeal is now Groupon, but everyone will not check their email, and every email is not going to land into inbox. It might go to spam, it might go to promotion. So if people are missing the message what they have sent, if people are missing the emails what they have sent, they will be losing a lot of customer base. Already so much of customer base is there. So when it is merged or someone is taking over, they have to take advantage of these customers. So what they do is, they do a redirection. We are going to learn about redirection. So if anyone opens crossdeal.com, automatically it is going to open groupon.com. Okay, and on groupon.com you have to put a banner, and this banner says Crossdeal is now Groupon. Or else what will happen is, when redirection is there, people land up to Groupon. But if there is no banners of such kind, they will think, what is this Groupon? Why Groupon is opening? I am opening Crossdeal. And they might close this particular website which is Groupon. They will again try Crossdeal. Again this is opening, so they will think, okay, something wrong has happened, and they are not going to do any transaction, because they know they were transacting from this and they don't know about this particular company. So that is the reason a banner is compulsory required, so that to gain the trust of the users of old website. So you cannot change this name. What you can do is, you can purchase a new domain and you can shift the complete content of this website onto this website. Okay, now coming to your hosting. So in hosting, you can take a Windows based hosting, or you can take a Linux based hosting. So your Windows based hosting, you do not have a cPanel. So this is the control panel, and in Linux hosting, you are going to have a control panel. So this is preferred. Why? Because control panel has all the options and it is very easy to operate your hosting space using your control panel. Say if you want to make any changes on your laptop related to users, related to some system settings, where we go to the control panel of the Windows, and then we are going to make the changes. Similarly, if you want to make any changes, so the first thing is I want to install WordPress onto my domain, which is linked with this hosting space. So now what I do is I use the control panel. Using control panel, I install the WordPress. I want to create a professional email ID. So what I do is I can create a professional email ID using control panel. I want to add some DNS record. I can do it from control panel. So you have to go with Linux based hosting, and that too a shared hosting. So for beginners, shared hosting is good. Why? Because it is not costing high. It is at a cheaper rate. So if you want to go with exclusive hosting, then it is going to charge you very high. So you can see here we have domains and we have hostings. So when I click on hosting, so you have to always see that you are going with a cPanel based hosting. So if someone is expert in website designings and all, you can go with whatever you like. So what I want is web hosting Linux. So I click on this, scroll down. Then when you take hosting, there are different options in hosting. The first thing is, so it depends from website to website. I'm just taking example of this particular website. So it says we have different packages. One is starter, one is economy, one is deluxe, and one is ultimate. In starter, what can be done is you can only host one website. So hosting space is a space on which you can host one website, or else you can host multiple websites. So that features you get when you purchase the hosting space. So it is only giving me one website. So say I want to create amazon.com. So using this hosting, I can create only one website, which is amazon.com, and it has 30 GB storage space, 256 MB RAM. Is giving us one database, bandwidth unmetered, and one-click WordPress install. In here, again one website, but storage is high. Deluxe, I am getting unlimited website. So in this, what happens is, if I want to host more than one website on the same hosting space, I can take this. So for example, you have taken this hosting space and you got a client. You are creating a website for your client. So what you have to do is you have to again purchase the hosting space. But if you are in this package, then what you can do is you just have to purchase a domain name, and that domain name can be linked into this hosting space. So this is one time purchase, and this is 1 year. So it says 299 per month. So you go with a yearly package. So this is not lifetime. It is monthly or else yearly. So every year you need to renew your domain and you have to renew your hosting both. Okay. So as per your requirement, you can choose anything. Just go to different websites and just see whatever is economical for you. You can just go with that. So for now, if you just want one website, you can go with a starter pack. If you want to work with multiple websites, you can go with deluxe. So once domain and hosting is taken, you get a control panel access. So you get a username and password for control panel. You can log into your control panel, and from there you can operate your hosting space and your domain. Now, one important thing for domain and hosting is it is not like you have to purchase domain and hosting from the same company. You can purchase from different companies also. So say you purchase domain from GoDaddy and hosting you have taken from HostGator. or else domain you have taken from Bluehost and you have taken hosting from GoDaddy. So that can also be done. So it is just we have to work with the DNS. So DNS is nothing but domain name server. So say Paras, you just tell all of us that tomorrow you are giving a party at your home. Please come. So what is the important thing you are going to share with us? How we can come to your home? Address. Okay. So DNS is nothing but it is the address of hosting. So every hosting gives you two DNS. So DNS1 and DNS2. So one is the main server and one is the backup server. So in case there is any problem with the main server, your website should not go down. It should immediately shift to the second DNS, which is the backup server. So that is the reason all hosting space has an address, and this address, if I update on the domain, it is going to point to that hosting using DNS1 and DNS2. So I hope everyone is understanding. So if not, once we do it practically, it will be more clear. So don't worry about that. We are everything will be a complete practical based session. So we are just warming up for now. So once we get all this access, we install the OS. So that is WordPress. And once WordPress is installed, then using this we create our website. Okay. So I think at least 50 to 60% you guys got in this your website. Domain hosting, what exactly is DNS? Linux based hosting, what is different extensions in your hosting. Okay, so how many of you have a website? So just type 1 if you have a website, type 2 if you don't have a website. Okay, okay, fine. So most of you don't have the website, few of you have the website. So everyone have to create a website. So for that you have to define a niche, and this website is going to be a content based website. So if I talk about websites, we will be having mostly three types of website. One is your product based, one is your service based, and one is your content based. So product based, you sell product. Content service based, you sell services. Content based, you sell nothing. So what you do is you create content and you drive traffic on your website. And when you get a lot of traffic, you integrate advertisement, and once ads are showing up on your website, you start making money from your website. So there are different criterias that we learn. So you have to, those who don't have a website, you have to define like on which niche you are going to create a website, and it has to be a content based. You want to write on technology, you want to write on parenthood, you want to write on something interiors, something on a food blog, anything. So just take your time, decide on what exact niche you want to create your website, and then based on that you have to purchase a domain name, and you can choose a hosting, and then we can start creating your website. Yeah, you can, those who want to create one more, you can create one more, there is no issues. So you can create a fresh website if you wish, and if you have taken a hosting unlimited, so you can just take a domain and you can link up with the same hosting account. Yeah, any doubts anyone till now can ask, any questions? Yeah, Ranjit, you can take one more. Just take a general top level domain. So normally, if I talk about the costing, your top level domain is costing more. Country code top level domain will be little lesser price, and your general top level domain it will be the cheapest. So it will cost you around 150 to 100 rupees. You can take general top level domain for a year. Yeah, you can go with just a domain then, Ranjit. Yeah. So on our online platform, we have a advertiser and we have a publisher. So advertisers are the company or are the people who do the advertisement. So can you give some example of advertisers? Yes, Steve, you can do that. So see, you can convert your website from a blog to a product based website also. You can convert it from a blog to a service based website also. Yeah, that can be done. Pradeep, domain name has to be taken. So first thing is you have to decide on a niche. So once you have decided on a niche, based on that you can take a domain name, and after taking the domain name you can take the hosting. And one more thing guys, many of the uh, websites like Bluehost, HostGator, if you purchase the hosting they give you free domain name. So just check, their offer keeps on coming and going. So with few of the packages, when you purchase hosting, they give you free domain name as well. So domain name has to be purchased, and after that hosting, and on that we install the WordPress. Yeah, you can make Ranjit anything. So there is a tool. I will tell you about the tool. So there is a tool by Google, that is your Google Trends. This is a free tool which you can use. So I click on Google Trends. Now this is going to tell you the trend of different keywords. So whatever we are searching in Google, so that is known as search query or else the keywords. I go to Google, I search for digital marketing course. So digital marketing course become a keyword. So what I do is, using Google Trends, I want to find out that what are the different trending topics. So say I am digital marketing course, searching for digital marketing course. In which country you are searching? So you have to choose the country from here. So right now it's US. So I click on enter. So it is giving me interest over past 12 months. So you see, it keeps on going up and down. And you see, the search of digital marketing course is good. So it is giving you a outcome based on a percentage of 100. So it has reached around 75%. So that is a huge traffic for this particular term in US. So like this you can search, you also can compare. So I want to search with its synonym. So digital marketing training. So people might also be searching for training or else course. So training is having less search volume, and digital marketing course is having more search volume. So based on this also you can decide, okay, digital marketing course is trending. So what I do is I create something on digital marketing course. I include banking content in your website. Nanda Kumar, I didn't got exact your question. So see, if you want to write anything related to banking, how to create your account, how to do this, there is no permission required for anything. So you are just sharing your knowledge. If you are sharing any confidential information, then in that case you have to take the permissions. Copyrights, you cannot copy the content directly from any website. You can read the content and you can reframe in your own words. I will also discuss different tools using which you can rewrite the content. You can also check whether it is a duplicate content over internet or not. So we are going to discuss all that as well. You should not copy any content from any website. It comes under copyright issues. Yeah, this Google Trends is helpful for choosing the keywords. You can check the trending topics, you can create on that, or else what you can do is just sit for half an hour or 1 hour and identify that you are good in what thing. You might be a foodie, you might be a traveler, you want to create a travel blog, you want to create a food blog. Because see, if I am searching for something in here that is trending, but I am limited to this particular thing, I don't have much knowledge about this particular thing, so what will happen is you start it and you leave it in between. So if you start something, you should not leave it in between. So something you are passionate about, so choose such kind of topic and keep on creating. See, if there is no trend for anything, you can create it. If I talk about hand sanitizers, so hand sanitizers, they are used now much, very much useful hand sanitizers. But hand sanitizers were launched long back when people were not knowing about that. So they just launched it and they have included it in our life by doing different advertisement. So people never thought of such kind of things is going to exist. Such kind of thing is going to come. Hand sanitizer, just rub and all the germs will be gone, and we can just use our hands once again for eating and all. So we didn't expected that kind of thing. People were not even searching for hand sanitizers when it existed. So they have created a demand for hand sanitizers. So that can also be done using digital one. So don't worry about that. Yeah, I will tell you disclaimers, how you can just get the disclaimers. So you can create a privacy policy, you can use disclaimers and all, how to protect your content, everything you will learn. So you will get lot of questions in your mind, because digital marketing is linked, interlinked here and there. So just be patient, slowly you will learn everything, because if I just keep on answering everything, then half of your digital marketing classes will go in answering the questions. Karthik, this we will discuss. This is more about your Google AdWords. So sometimes the search volume is 100, that is also good, and sometimes when it is high, that is also good. So again, it depends from niche to niche, and what is your business outcome. Based on that, it depends. So this we are going to discuss in Google AdWords. So for now, if you want to choose anything, you just go with this Google Trends. In Google Trends, just see if the search volume is above 50%, you can go with that. You can compare different keywords, you can search different keywords. You want to search for any countries where you want to target, you can choose the country, and you can just take anything above 50%. And you have to see, like, if I see after March, so it is above 50% now, but before March it is up and down. So just see the trend uh, for last 6 months. If it is above 50%, then yes, you can choose that for now. Okay, so one more last thing for today, then we'll close for the day. So slowly we'll increase the timing, or else in the beginning it will be too much. So now, talking about advertisers and publishers. Advertisers are the company who advertises. So can you give some example of advertisers? So advertisers are the company who advertises. Reliance, Maruti, FMCG companies. Okay. Names. I just want the names. Okay, Reliance, Maruti, Sony. Okay. Now, what is publisher? Any idea? What is a publisher? Yes. So publisher is nothing but it is a it is a website which gives you a platform to advertise. So yeah, Nanda Kumar, it is correct. Facebook. So on Facebook, you will see advertisement of different companies like Amazon, Reliance, Maruti, Sony, anything. You can see advertisement on Google. You can see advertisement on LinkedIn. You can see advertisement on YouTube. So the websites which are showing ads, they are known as publishers, and the websites who are advertising, they are known as the advertisers. Amazon, Flipkart. So you cannot see any outside advertisement on Amazon. Same with Flipkart. Why? Because if they are doing any advertisement on their website, sometimes it can happen that on their website they will be advertising about another e-commerce platform. So if I talk about the websites, mostly the content based website are publishers. Product based are advertisers, and service based are advertisers. So their main source of income is sale of product. sale of services. So they mainly focus on selling the product. They mainly focus on selling the product. And what is their main source of income? They are not selling anything, so they gain through ads. So now this happens in the internet. So that's it for today. Any doubts, any questions you can ask. So we will finalize your domain name hosting. You can tomorrow online, if you want to purchase, you can purchase online only by checking all the details and all. So you can just do a background check of everything, and tomorrow we can finalize on your domain name hostings and all. So if you are facing difficulty in finalizing the domain name, no issues. We'll work together tomorrow. We'll help you to finalize. If you're facing any difficulty in finalizing your niche, so we'll work on that as well. So any questions, any doubts, you can ask. No, domain and hosting we are going to use from the next weekend. So if you want to take, you can take today. If you're facing any difficulty in finalizing, then we can discuss tomorrow in tomorrow's class, and we can help each other in finalizing the niche, domain name, hosting, and all. You take it tomorrow only. So you should have a credit card or else a debit card. So on HostGator, if you go to .com, bluehost.com, they ask for credit card. So using that, you can take a domain and hosting. Yeah, thank you, Manisha. Yeah, guys, any confusion, don't take anything today. Online, we will do everything in tomorrow's class. We'll help each other in finalizing the niche, in finalizing the domain name, and the hosting as well. So you can use Karthik Ahrefs SCM Rush, so that can also be used to get the trends. But these are all paid tools. Ahref or SCM Rush, either of that you can take. They give you a very good details about each and everything. So that we'll discuss in our SEO session. Yeah, Ranjit, yes, you can take from the same domain and space you can take from the same provider. So you can choose for a provider which is giving you a free domain name as well. So you will save some cost. If you're going with unlimited, you will get that option in that only. If you are going with single domain, then you have to take both. With unlimited, they give you free domain name as well. Okay, Rahul. So content based, what happens is, so I will show you some examples. So this is a website 123telugu.com. So can you check what exactly they are selling here? Are they selling anything on this website? News, reviews, gallery, videos, interviews, special features, movie schedules, photos, and all. So they are not selling anything on this particular website, just showing content. Now, so much of content is there on this particular website. So much of content. So this much of content cannot be created by a single person or two-person. A team is required. Yeah, this is a news website just for information. So much of content is created by a team. team can be 5 or 10 members or else 20 members. So now if a team is creating this website, they should also get paid. How these people are going to pay? They are not selling a product, they are not selling a service. Now they are not generating any income. Who is going to create so much of content for viewers free of cost? So they also want some money. So what they do is they integrate Google AdSense. So you see this is the ad. So if I hover my mouse over this I button, it says ads by Google. So they have registered with Google AdSense. Now Google is showing advertisement on their website. So here is an ad, here is an ad. When you scroll down, you will find more ads in there. So how they are making money? They are making money based on this advertisement. So every month Google is paying them a amount because Google is using their platform to advertise. So this platform which is providing space for advertisement is known as publisher. So if I talk about newspaper, so you they will talk what is the publication, who is the publisher. Times of India is the publisher, Deccan Chronicle is the publisher, Dainik Bhaskar is the publisher. So what is that? So that is a publisher. So here also it is a publisher. So on that publisher the advertisement are shown. Okay, so mostly on content based website only you will find the advertisement. If you go to Amazon, you won't find such kind of advertisement. Why? Because their main source of income is from sales. Karthik, 1 minute, I will. Guys, I'm just going to your question one by one, so just be there. So this is one Ahrefs. So this is only for Karthik. So there is a subscription charge for these websites. So either of this you can go. Both are good. Yeah, Ranjit, if you are having a space on Hostinger, you can use that. Hostinger is a little complicated for beginners. So if you are acquainted with Hostinger control panel and all, you can go with this that way. You can also, if you're confused anywhere, you can just do YouTube and you can check the details because every hosting has different options. Yeah, you will learn design development both equally. Steve, see, when you are starting your blog, now Google is not going to authenticate you as a publisher. Why? Because you should have traffic on your website. So if you don't have much traffic, you are not going to be authorized by Google Ads to show Google AdSense to show ads on your website. So minimum traffic you should have 5,000 per month. Second thing is if you are putting lot of ads on your website, then it is going to irritate your users or else frustrate your users. But if you are having limited advertisement at one place or else two place which is not disturbing them, then it is not going to frustrate them. It is absolute fine. So you can start with one advertisement, slowly you can go with two advertisement, and maximum give three advertisement, not more than that, or else your website will be a ad centric website. So people are coming to your website for value. They are not coming to your website to see the advertisement. So we have to mainly focus on value, but a content based website they have to generate revenue also. So they have to plan the proper places where they have to show the advertisement so that it doesn't disturb your users. Okay, bye everyone, have a good day ahead.